Hey everyone, let's take a look at exercise 7 from chapter 4.1. The table below contains data on the fitness centers in Germany, France and Great Britain. What we have here is the country, the number of fitness centers, the number of fitness centers per 100,000 inhabitants, that's important, that bit, and we have the number of members per fitness center. At A, they want us to calculate the number of members in France, round to the nearest 100,000. Well, we do know in France, so let's use the orange marker for this one. We know that we have 8,300 fitness centers in total, right? And we also know that we have, it's Germany. Good morning. Oh, boop, boop. 3,800, right? And we also know that we have 1,370 numbers of a number of. Let's start this over. Number of members per fitness center is 1,370. So if I now want to calculate the total number of members in France, I can just take that 3,800, the number of fitness centers, and multiply it by the number of members per fitness center. And they want us to round to the nearest 100,000. So if I will punch this into my calculator, I get 5,206,000. But rounding to the nearest 100,000 would give me approximately 5,200,000 members. Or if you prefer so, you could say, I think, 5.2 million. Also rounded to 100,000, okay? But do round correctly. That's A. For B, let's use the red marker for this one to show what I use. Calculate the population in Germany. Okay, round to the nearest 100,000 again. Okay. For Germany, I have 8,300 fitness centers, and I know that the number of fitness centers per 100,000 inhabitants is this number right here. I don't need the number of members per fitness center here. I want to focus on those two pieces of information. What I could do is, well, if I have 8,300 fitness centers and I have 10.04 fitness centers per 100,000 inhabitants, the population would be the number of fitness centers, 8,300, divided by the number of fitness centers per 100,000 inhabitants. What I then get is the population, which is quite a few numbers off, because here the number of fitness centers is per 100,000 inhabitants. So what I want to do is now multiply this by this 100,000. Right, like this. And that will give me, let's take a look. $82, rounding to, I think here I prefer writing it like this, 82.7 million inhabitants. And hopefully you can check yourself, and this is a number that could be correct, right? If you find, for example, 827,000, well, you know there are more than a million people in Germany. If you find 827 million, well, that would mean that there are almost a billion people living in in Germany. That's a lot. So if you're a factor of 10 or 10,000 or 100,000 off, you would see that right here. So you multiply with this 100,000 because the number of fitness centers here is per 100,000 inhabitants. And here I just want the number of people living in Germany, not per 100,000. To get rid of that, do it times 100,000 at the end. Okay? And then at C, calculate the number of members per 100 inhabitants in Great Britain, round to the nearest integer. Okay, let's take a look. How should we do this? Let's use the blue marker. Well, we surely need this, the number of fitness centers per 100,000 inhabitants. And I think we need the number of members per fitness center here. I don't think we need the number of fitness centers here. the number of fitness centers per 100,000 inhabitants is this. The number of fitness centers in total is this. So if I multiply it to 9.60 times 1400, I would not have the answer yet because they wanted per 100 inhabitants, and now I have it per 100,000. So this answer here I still have to divide by, if I'm correct, a factor thousands. And you think, why do I find thousands? Well, we first had per 100,000 inhabitants, right? We wanted per 100. If I would divide one on the other, you find that what I now have to get the one per 100, I have to divide this answer by 1,000. And if I do this and punch into my calculator yet again, I find approximately 13, round to the nearest integer, so 13 members per 100 inhabitants. I think this one might be tricky, this question, for some people, because it might be difficult to understand why you should do certain calculations. And it might also be more tricky because you're not really doing percentage-based calculations yet, right? You're going to do that in paragraph 4.2 and 4.3. Here it's more logical thinking and understanding what the numbers mean. So hopefully I made it a bit more clear with this exercise what you have to do. Okay, good luck.